Hi there, and welcome back to my H1Z1 survival mode tutorial. Last time we got a foundation set up and a large shelter put on it. Today we're going to get some amenities for it. Got some resources that I've gathered up. Went and hit a car for some more scrap metal. We're going to make a furnace so we don't have to use the creepy one in the middle of the street, and a barbecue pit because I'm pretty hungry. Instead of making a campfire all the time to cook all this meat I've got, we can make a barbecue, which is a lot more permanent. I'll put that up in the base. Let's see what it requires. We'll make it first because I'm pretty close to 0 on my food. 3 pipes and 8 scrap metal. Does it need a workbench? It does not. Okay, so there's the barbecue. Now for furnace. 8 scrap metal. I was about to say I should have plenty. And 1 bracket. Okay. And storage container to hold all this stuff. Perfect. And what about a couple more metal walls? Oh, we need a workbench for that. So we'll take as many of these metal bars as we can. And let's go to the workbench. And let's make some metal sheets. Oh, I hit 0 on my food. I now have the starving debuff. My health will slowly tick down, about 1% every 5 seconds or so. And let's get our wood to make these metal walls. There's 1. Oh, and we don't have enough metal sheets. So I'll take that 1 up there with me. Let's head to the foundation. That's why I'm running slower. My convies finally broke. I'll have to go put my boots back on. So let's set up this metal wall. Oops. There we go. We're fully enclosed on that side. And inside here, let's see. I like to set my barbecue and my furnace on opposite ends of a large shelter, or even in separate buildings on a foundation, because it seems like I run into problems where they interfere with each other. So I'm going to set this in the corner, and I'm going to put the furnace in the opposite corner. It doesn't matter which way it's facing, it's just for looks. Set it right there. Okay. And so the barbecue, ignitable when contains wood or charcoal. I'm going to take my charcoal, take all of this meat, and we're going to light it. There they are. Awesome. So let's let that cook one of these meats so I can eat it and not be starving anymore. Alright. One more for good measure. Perfect. Now we've still got this storage container. I just always like to have that latch facing out. It defaults where it's away from you, but I like that facing out. It doesn't actually even animate when you open it. So there's really no reason other than aesthetics to have it facing that way. But now we've got us a storage container inside this upper base. It is still possible for people to get in. We haven't walled it all off yet. But it's not any less secure than the shack, because they'd still have to, on a PvP server, blow this door off in order to get in here to this stuff. As long as you have a code on it. And I do. So I think I'm going to move some stuff out of that basic shack into here. It's a bad idea to leave a door open behind you like I did. Let's say if somebody killed me while I had that door open and was standing in the doorway, the base would be wide open for them. But yeah, I'm going to move everything from that basic shack into here, because that basic shack on a PvP server, it wouldn't take much to knock down at all. Okay, I've got full backpack of items, and I also made a couple more walls while I was back over there. So I'll place one here and the other one right here, just so we can start getting this enclosed a little bit. Also got another storage container. Actually, I'm going to set this one down here near my barbecue so it can hold ingredients for food and maybe things that have already been cooked or need to be cooked. Extra empty bottles. Okay. Dirty water. Thought I had another one. There it is. And we'll stock our pantry. Awesome. And here, I'm going to start throwing. We'll do just general crafting materials in here. Right now, there's a bug. For some reason, you can't stack items in a container. So I have to drop in the cloth, and then I can stack it. That should be fixed before too long. Okay. Nails. Random stick. Alright. It's the two heaviest things on me. Might as well drop them off. And those just because. Alright. Let's go get another shipment. Alrighty. This trip, I actually made another workbench. Because we don't want to have to run out there each time we need a workbench. And so, where I like to place my workbench, you can place it inside. But when I was playing the first time, there was a bug, and I actually could not place it in here. And I actually like where I ended up placing it. Here's my crafting materials. Here's a furnace if I need to smelt it. So I like to place it right outside the front door. It doesn't get in my way in there, and I can still be close enough to it inside to get the benefit. So we just rotate it, place it against the wall. It's not in the doorway. There we go. More bottles, more water. And even though animal fat's not a food, it is made into ethanol at a barbecue, so I put it in there. Coffee. And corn's a food. You don't eat the seeds directly, but it's good enough. All right. Oops. Look at all that cloth we've got. And on that first episode, we were happy to have 6 to make that first satchel. Which is right here. Okay. We've almost got it all, but there's still one more trip to make. Be right back. Okay. Got another shipment. One thing I want to make this time is an animal trap. If left unattended, this can capture small game animals and yield a small amount of raw meat. These are actually really, really nice, and they're easy to make. 4 planks, 1 stick, 4 nails. I'll make that real quick. Animal trap. So I'm going to put that over here near our pantry. And this one, I find it is a good idea to rotate it around so you have the front facing out. And the reason for that is you can see when the trap is open. When it captures an animal, it will close, and you can actually then see that. Then you open it, grab the meat, throw it in the barbecue, go from the barbecue to the storage container. And so you've got a nice little setup from raw material to produced material to storage. Now I'm going to set the rest of these things in here and go make another trip. Alright. The last item is out of the basic shack. So, we don't actually really need this anymore. It served us faithfully, but it actually has outlived its usefulness. There's an item you can make. It's actually a really simple recipe, just a pipe, makes a demolition hammer. This can be used to demolish structures that you own. This can be used to get rid of old shacks. It can get rid of walls. Let's say if I decided I wanted to do an overhang where I have a wall, I can demolish it. And all you do is, once you got it, just click. And as you can see, just a couple swings takes down the door of a basic shack. Now, this only works on ones that you own. I can't go around demolishing other people's shacks unless there's a bug going on, and if that's the case, don't go doing it, you'll get banned. So I hit the shack itself, and now it's gone too. Sadly, you can't pick up the storage container to place it somewhere else, so we'll just get rid of it as well. This we'll go ahead and leave for now. You know, it's useful. I've gotten a few bottles of water out of it, and I can always make another one inside. I'm also not going to get rid of this over here either, because it's still useful. I've got weapons and ammo stored in this shack. But what I am going to do is, I see the health bar. You can see up on over the door, which is that one there, and then kind of over the middle of the shack. Those are the health bars for those two pieces. And no, I haven't been attacked. They just naturally degrade over time. And this is to keep things from staying around forever if somebody quits the game or gets banned or something. So you don't just have old shacks everywhere. So we can repair that with a hammer. I'm actually take off the axe. And so what you do is you go inside and you hit the basic structure. So I'm going to hit the shack itself. And if I swing the hammer at it, it's going to repair anything that is connected to the shack. So it's going to repair my sleeping mat, it's going to repair this storage container and the door. So in the case of a foundation, you hit the foundation and it's going to actually repair everything connected to it. There are certain builds where you actually make a structure, like a shelter, on a foundation, and then you demolish what's underneath it. That is not considered connected anymore, and so will not benefit from this repair. This is actually a fairly new feature. Before, you had to actually go and hammer each individual piece, and honestly, for really big bases, it could take an hour to repair the whole thing, wall by wall. But there we go. Sit it for a few minutes, or a few seconds, honestly, and everything's repaired. Excellent. Gonna have a little rest here, and after that, I'm going to drop off the rest of the stuff at the foundation. Alrighty, I got everything loaded in from the basic shack, got it all sorted out. I apparently did not keep my old boots, so I'm barefoot right now. I'll have to find me some boots off camera. But here we go. I've also added in another storage container. So the first one is going to have generic crafting materials and a few other things. I've got those locker keys. This one's going to be equipment, so extra armor, backpacks, and weapons. Not my guns, they're still in the other shack. Oh! So here we go. The door's closed, so we've got an animal. We've got some rabbit meat. And then when you take it out, it opens back up. So we'll throw this in here. And so this, as you can see, it's making us internally self-sufficient. We've got food here without any need to even leave this room. Now, if we want to, support maybe multiple people or more comfortably support yourself, have extra, you will want to build multiple ones. I usually do about 3, and I'll build those later. But that'll do for now. There we go. And the rabbit meat. Okay. Another thing that's nice is, since this place is secure, I can just leave that charcoal in there and leave this burning all the time. I don't have to worry anything about it. If it ever does, if I ever do take the charcoal out, maybe to use it in crafting, I can always relight it. And I can even set a lighter in there. It won't blow up, thank goodness. They may change that in the future, but as of right now, you can set the lighter in there safely. And that way, if I need to relight it at a later time, there's a lighter sitting in it and ready. And I can do the same thing over here. I've got a lighter in there. I've got a lighter on me. And I'll put a wood log in there in case it needs to, in case I need to smelt something in there. So, excellent. Well, I think we're a lot better set up than we were. I think this is an excellent place to stop. If this video's been helpful, feel free to give me a like. It does help me out. And yeah, you guys have a good one. I'll see you next time.